So, I have played through an amount of this. I don't know how far I got. But we're gonna start all over. More damage. It was quicker, more numerous, more like the average, like smoke, looks for the ultimate challenge. Listen, we're just gonna craft playing your battles carefully, finish the game, create stronger and weaker, less stressful explode. Perfect players will experience eventually not spend too much time on strategy or crafting. I mean, we'll do, I don't know, cause like, I'm not very good at, you know, planning out attacks, and I don't prepare for anything, you know. I'm never like, oh, this thing is weak to this, so I'll use that, or I'll bring these items because, you know. And so maybe we just do easy, because like we're kind of just here for the story, and I can just murder everything and look really cool. So I think we just do easy, and then nobody bullies me about it. Okay, so we're just gonna do easy, because, you know, I'm here to have fun. We're not here for stress and to cry because I can't beat a boss, or not a boss for that matter. I mean, I feel like if we played extreme, we would never get past anything. So we wouldn't make it out of the tutorial, because we just die in one hit. And that'd be really unfortunate.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Oh, we're just... Okay. I feel like I'm just gonna end up... I mean, like, there's no point fighting it. I'm gonna make the same character I make in every game. Oops. And then we give him... yeah, we give him this. And then we leave this alone, because I don't know how to pick. Hello. And that's insignificant. Alright. One hand heavy weapons, one hand blade, firearms, melee combat. I mean, that's kind of my jam, honestly. Strength and endurance. Yeah, whatever. I already made the joke about making the same character I always make, so if you could just not, that'd be great. This profile focus on controlling the battlefield, profile using offensive spells. Well, we're just gonna do the same thing we always do. Oh, heck. Life points and stuff. I mean, we're gonna just do endurance. Charisma. What do we do? What do we do here? Allows you to make simple potions, simple locks, gathering sites become easier to see. You can just craft with no crafting table. I think we do charisma. Yeah, we only have the 1 point. We're gonna do charisma.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics.
Oh. I didn't mean to do that. I just went to pick up my controller. Why have I already lost health? Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, you're watching that. Yeah, I know. What's this?
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Well, enough with the cold mercenary.
I understand.
I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Literally the greatest warrior.
So?
Also,
Well, let's
you know,
see.
have played the game
With
before.
honor.
Yeah, fight with honor. Alright, watch this, watch this, watch this. And then we go. BAM! 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 Prove to Kurt you can fight. Alright, watch me. Watch me in this whole Oh my god, he does so much damage. Yeah. I gotta do it. Okay, okay. I mean, we gotta try to win this, right? Oh god. God, he does so much damage. Oh, he killed me. That's it. Oh god! I was mad. I just wanted to skip it. I'm sorry.
Fight with honor.
I'm sorry. Oh my god. Stop.
Come on, if you
There's some long jumps for me. Dude, don't even start. Listen, the combat really isn't the important part of this game. Alright, the story is what matters. Ignore the fact that I just said the story is what matters and I skipped all those cutscenes. It's not important. I mean, the story is. It's not... Listen, just... Whatever.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way.
Oh,
I've
I
quite a
almost
list
did
of
it.
things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Listen.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilion are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too.
Listen.
And there I was.
I understand.
Die of boredom
Right
on
now,
the trip.
I'll just.
By the
I'll
way,
wait.
where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night.
Kurt
and we haven't
is
seen him
one
since.
of the best
You know
companions in the
Constantine.
entire game.
I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
No. Yeah, we're just leaving her. Our cousin is missing. And we're just gonna go tell our mom bye, I think. Well, hold on. Go and say goodbye to your mother. Yeah, we're off to go do that right now. See? She's right here. We were just avoiding it.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
I'm sorry.
I'm wearing gloves.
I'm
How do
having
you
trouble
know?
getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice.
I was just trying to say that Kurt is one of the
You
best
remind
companions in
me
the game.
so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child.
Oh!
Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort that to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here.
Yeah.
Take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring
Listen.
you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
For this first little bit, not a lot goes on, right? You've got some pretty basic story ideas, but I'm not gonna spoil it, but this game gets wild.
Kurt?
Sorry.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
She
This will
has
be quite
the
the
flu.
chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Alright. Just before we continue, all the companions have, like, as you become friends with
I've been
them.
asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Ptolemy and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next?
As you,
I
like,
don't know, but it's certainly worthy of
grow
inspection.
your relationship with them, eventually they have quests. And I haven't done... Honestly, I think Kurt is the only person whose quest I've done, because I just didn't progress very far. Fuck. So, like, I haven't actually done anybody else's, but Kurt's companion quest is wild. Well, that was fun. We're just gonna take everything. Alright. Okay, so we'll just do this real quick so it'll go away. And we can act like we don't know what we're doing. Is there Bridge Alliance, Ptolemy, Fontaine Family House, all these other things. So we'll just go down here. Okay, before we continue, I mean, I'm gonna keep doing stuff, but do we want to do, like, everything, like all the side missions and stuff, or do we just wanna rush through the story? Can I change my... GAM, difficulty tutorials, no, okay, that's really unfortunate.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
Alright, so we want to do all the things? I don't know why I came in here.
Farewell.
I mean, so far, like, again, I haven't done very much, but what I have done, all of the side missions and stuff are pretty interesting. Okay, so somebody's being murdered right now. Oh. Hello.
Good day, good sir. How might I be
Oh my god.
You
He's
can
all
start
messed up
by
too.
explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That sounds good.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked.
Dude, I hate this hat.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following
Orders.
Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know in the future
I dislike the hat.
with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my
master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Kurt, buddy, listen. I got it, alright?
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable. Especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think
I'll tell you in a
this would
second.
never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
They represent different stuff. Like the one I picked had to do with my charisma. It was a 75% chance to succeed. There's one for sometimes you get intuition options, or if you're investigating something, sometimes you can use science, or if you're investigating like if you're talking about like a structure or something, sometimes you can offer ideas, you know, like maybe with your craftsmanship and stuff like that. And so like with charisma, the higher, you know, if I have level 3 charisma, that probably would have been a 100% chance to succeed. And or if I have a higher level of science, and like with science, or like with science and intuition, sometimes you can't, it's not like a percentage thing, it's like you have to have, you know, level 2 intuition to even use it. It's kind of like that. It's less about. It's more about like where is it? Your relationships with groups. You probably can't read that. All right. So this stupid woman is in my way. But it depends. Like had I failed everything. And I just threatened him, I might have lost reputation with the Congregation of Merchants, and then that could, you know, my relationship with a certain group might affect, you know, things later. Like they might not help me, they might not help me, or they might not offer information, or they might just straight up be hostile. I don't know. But yeah, there are consequences, but it's not like I mean, Hummus was Detroit Become Hummus it was pretty intense as far as like a wrong decision means that like somebody's head explodes, you know, or something like that. But I don't know. I've not reached a point where my decisions were like crazy significant.
Have you seen to our little business?
But I've also done a really good job of like succeeding and stuff.
Merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise in contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Also, just take a second to appreciate how this man opens doors. And this is how he opens all the doors. Just like both hands on both doors, like, I mean, we're important, I guess. People do refer to me as Your Excellency, so I suppose it's warranted that I'm just like allowed to just open doors like that. That's not how I would open doors, that's how he opens doors. Ridiculous.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince would be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life.
Immediately drops it. Wow.
There are some children we'd be best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
Whoa.
Need him for sailing or
Don't be going after Vasco. He's a good boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last I was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you,
You better calm down there.
could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Do we find the cabin boy or no? Okay.
When did you see your...
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when they're dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so. But it's difficult
I
to
know.
be sure.
I mean, as long as you don't mind, like, having to sit through me just there waiting on you to answer, I don't mind to wait. But if you would just, in like those situations, if you just prefer that I do what I want to do, then I'll just pick from now on. But I will almost certainly always pick to do the quest.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, There would be Flavia and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Be back soon, Captain.
Okay, so I'm gonna try not to just not. I'm gonna try not to skip the dialogue, but I will probably skip the goodbyes or whatever because they're just the same thing every time. Okay.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah.
Not
Are
Batman.
you looking for him?
Yes.
Wanted to see the goodbyes.
Your
but
captain
whatever.
asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Goodbyes, big dumb.
Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
Listen.
What
This
do you think about...
He sits down. He knows his
this
crap.
is insignificant. We're not going to talk about this.
I need to be going.
That information never comes up again. I don't know why it's even there. You keep making fun of these people for their face tattoos, but we're gonna this group. They're kind of like pirates, but they're not. I guess I don't know. It's weird. They're pirates. They're called the Knots. And we're gonna learn a little bit about their little group in this quest. And these people got it rough, alright?
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 death winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man. surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Thank you, Lara.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Yeah, I think so. Listen. It's not important if it's the same or not. It's just, it's what it represents. You know? Something like that. A Greedfall quest can usually be completed in several ways. Alright, so here's where we get into a thing, right? Because I have charisma, level 1 charisma. And so, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little savey save. You know, bing bong, yada yada yada. And this way, if I fail the charisma check, I can just reload my save and try again.
Can I bore you something this time?
I'm looking for a Nort, a young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
Stream ended. Just kidding. Did I get you?
There are quite a few that come
yeah.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
Because, you know, I didn't make the stream or know what was happening the whole time.
Yes. Well, at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler.
A gig bambler.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Hello, sir.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No.
Yes.
No fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Nort that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong-arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. Needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think?
Who is this lady behind me? Just like staring at my neck. She's a vampire. Figured it out. She's a vampire. She's gonna eat me.
Where can I find him? He has a house in the wealthy boroughs. just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Taleme embassy.
A stone's throw from the Taleme embassy.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. You think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Ooh. She better watch out. You tell him. Meow. Meow. Meow.
Might I help you, sir?
No.
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
I have already. That's how we're having this conversation. Thanks.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sardet. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us.
You better check that attitude, lady.
Any other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced.
You better.
It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit
through dubious means. Kurt's fine. Yeah. Oh. Well, we're here now. We just got new stuff. Yay! It's worse, but we're gonna wear it. Because the other hat sucks. How's Saad? I'm trapped. I'm trapped. Learn more about not contracts. But if they're not contracts, what are they? What is... Oh, you're mad because I took the hat off? Vasco, my...
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you
person that I know?
You cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of the cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken?
Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We
What are you saying no to?
Family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Nord?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope...
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
What word?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see.
Some agreement signed between my uncle and
sorry, I didn't see that.
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
I will do my best.
Selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't
For
seem to have any
ugly,
knowledge of that.
that is ugly.
That could be of use to us.
That's wrong. So fast. I'm wearing blue because I'm Sonic. Hello.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
I might do that.
With respect.
I mean, is that my only option? Okay, fine, fuck it. I don't like her anyways.
Excuse me, madam.
If...
Oh god, wrong button.
If...
Come on now, stop lying. Jonas was taken away by force against his will by armed men.
That is not true. Completely false. He...
Enough! With every word, you are a step closer to a prison cell.
Prison? But what would be the charges?
Kidnapping. Whether Jonas is your son or not, he is a Nord that you kidnapped and locked up. In the eyes of the Prince, you have committed a crime that puts the interests of the congregation at great risk.
I beg of you, Your Excellency. Have mercy on a poor mother who is looking only to recover her child. We didn't kidnap our own son. And if you need to speak with him to be convinced, please do. He's in our warehouse, near the Coin Guard Plaza, next to the canal. I am certain that once you have heard his account, you will see the tragedy in our predicament and help us.
Probably not.
I regret threatening that woman. You didn't have a choice. She was lying, and we need to find that boy.
Yeah. Now we're proceeding with... We're on schedule. Find the way to free generals. Find a way to free generals. I don't know what you mean. No.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone.
Oh.
He'll have his henchmen with him.
We're being stealthy.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
So de Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come
Hello.
looking for your son. The Nauts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Nauts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine? You've taken your son against his will and have him locked up like merchandise in a warehouse. Is that what you call being a good father?
If I hadn't taken him back, he would have been hauled off on one of the cursed ships.
Yeah, I know.
Then why would you want to stop him?
For his mother. She misses him so. But in the end, you may be right. My boy has changed. He hasn't spoken a word to me since we've been in this precarious predicament.
Did kidnap him.
Well, take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Nauts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Woo.
It's not possible just now.
Hello.
Who are you?
I am the captain now.
I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
Were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
No, I murdered him and
Yes.
took the key off his body.
Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seemed so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. Find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that.
That's
My
an excellent
family is the
point.
Nauts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Absolutely.
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
Hello, everybody. Goodbye. Meow. Oh, goodness. Hiccup. Jeez. Meow, meow. You'll find all you need. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I see what you mean about walking downstairs, but that's probably just because I'm sprinting, you know?
So, you still haven't found your cousin?
Have no fear. I will bring
my cabin boy.
I'm only skipping that because he says it every time we show up.
I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
Not really.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Thanks, friend.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm on the list.
I leveled
Would
up.
you like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold?
Impossible.
Too late for that.
All merchandise
The wrong
must
accent.
be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel,
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I mean,
We're
no.
only talking about a few crates after all.
well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
Listen here, I haven't forgotten what you did for our Jonas.
That's
I
why
would
we did that
gladly
mission
do you a
first.
favor, but my quartermaster is more stubborn than the tide. He's convinced the thugs want to use our vessel to bring who knows what aboard. And because of that, he's placed guards to watch over the registered merchandise before they're loaded up. All that I can do for you is to write your crates into the ship's manifest. If you manage to get them into the warehouse, they'll find their way into the ship's hold.
Huh.
And with the
I see it. Wing, wing. Yeah, I get you.
Gustavo won't see nothing but smoke. Please try and avoid roughing up those brave guards. They are my fellow Norts, after all.
Norts. My fellow Norts.
Be back soon, Captain.
Alright. So, what do we need first? Alright. We're gonna upgrade our firearms up to this point. Because that'll help us. You have to trust me that it'll help us. I promise that it'll help. Basically, all that said was that there are certain zones are controlled by different factions, and you could potentially get in trouble for being there. Everything. And then we go up. Okay, maybe. What is happening? And then we. Okay, yeah. Real quick. Any ladders we do in this game, this guy climbs ladders slower than anyone I've ever seen in my life.
And you were able to keep your mark hidden from
Just so you know.
They might let us in.
And then we just kind of
Unless
yeet
we
ourselves
just
down.
offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this
Ladders
is.
are not hard.
If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So for reasons that I can't currently disclose, we can't actually go through here. Is that? No, that's wrong. It's not what we need. He's not just slow, he's also... No, dude, he's slow. That's it. He's just a slow boy. Alright. Yeah. That's not gonna work. It's not the right faction. So what we do. Little sneaky breaky. Go yeet. Oh god. Because I don't want to kill him, because he specifically said, I mean, he asked not to, for us to not harm them. Just go for it, just go for it. Yes. Alright, I have a plan. Excuse me. I knew where I was going. Yes, hello. We're gonna just skip their dialogue because they don't have anything to say. That's into. This. I need 202. No, I need 72 gold.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Brick. Oh heck.
Any idea who I am? I have a ship to catch!
Do you hear that? Yes, that's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch you.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
You know what? Great idea. That's what we'll do. We'll just sneak around them.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some corn. With all those posters we've posted, someone will be deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate.
You're right. I have arrived. I don't have deep pockets yet, but I'll get them, alright? Don't go bullying me. Cause I only got like 56 gold. There's nothing in here, I don't think. Except for some 12 gold coins and some ammo. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! What is happening? I don't have the key to open it. Well, why did it give me the option to use a key then? If I just... Alright, so... What are we doing? Oh, okay, so we're gonna... This is the main quest. But I'm gonna finish the side stuff. I think I screwed up. because there's a quest in the tavern that you get if you talk to the keeper guy and ask about Constantine, but I think because I just found him on my own, I think that I lose out on that, which is unfortunate, not because the quest is interesting, but because I want that sweet, sweet expa. Old embroidered doublet. Doblet. Oh. I was like, why didn't it just open?
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress. Constantine, it's me! My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fight.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
What was him?
If you only knew how these river scum treat me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been a reasonable soul. Don't you think these brutes deserve a punishment?
I can't hear a tree.
But don't you think there are more pressing matters?
I mean, not right now, but I can sometimes.
Whatever it is, I shall follow.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. Where? Where, oh where? That's weird. Major magic.
Come one, come all. Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret this miraculous opportunity. Your time is precious in these dark hours, but what you're about to discover could save your life.
No. A Trina? No, I haven't heard a Trina in a while. Hello, Ambassador.
Lord de Sardet, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself.
Whoa,
but you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I am certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tearfredi.
There
My
are
cousin
no
Constantine is about
sirens.
to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And
I'm going to talk about some stuff here in a
you
second.
have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Alright.
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
So I've done this mission and another mission. First of all, this alchemist guy who is selling a remedy, right? I'm just gonna let that one play out. There is a group here, right, called the something, or they're called Taleme, right? I'm gonna ignore that. They're called Taleme, and they're super religious, like zealots, right? And like, I want to explain the quest, and ask what you think we should do, but I think I'll, but I don't want to spoil it though, you know?
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
These are the super religious guys.
And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
Like, I wanna talk, but I don't want to
You're
interrupt this.
hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the documents. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
All
Let's
right.
be going.
So listen, we can side with or against any of the groups. So this is one of our first little things. Okay, the alchemist, he claims to have been, he's like, he's like doing, he's selling the remedy, right? And he's selling this remedy as a cure-all, like it gives you eternal life and heals all your wounds and nonsense, right? It doesn't. It's actually like a concoction, and he's selling it to people as an experiment to see how it affects their bodies. Super unethical. He claims to have been unrightfully, like, kicked out of the guild or whatever. And so we can arrest him, or we can help him escape. So there's that. Then there's these, air quotes, heretics, who just found evidence that kind of, like, went against their beliefs. And so this Thélème group, they're like, well, they found evidence that goes against what we believe, so obviously we have to murder them. And we can turn them in, or we can help them escape. Now, I think we should arrest the alchemist, because whether he was kicked out justly or unjustly, he's selling a concoction to people for the sake of seeing how their reaction is for experiments, and that's pretty messed up. The heretics, the air quotes heretics, I think we should help escape. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. So we're in agreement with what to do. Now, I think we should lie to... No, you got it. I think we should help the heretics escape. And then I think we should lie, because you get the option to lie to the Thélème people. And we can just be like, oh, well, they got away before we got there, and blah, 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 blah. And I think we should just lie, because that way we can keep them, we can stay on their good side while working against them, because they're awful people, and literally I hate them more than any of the other factions, as far as I have played into the game. Or yes, like the... Alright. We're in total agreement.
I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything.
See? I mean...
Stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that.
Keep in mind, health potions are a real thing here.
This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor.
Like, health potions are real.
If this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question,
the Malachor is the sickness
legitimate.
that, like, the mom had, and all these other people have. It's like an uncurable disease.
Isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer? Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again. Does it really heal everything, your potion? Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all.
I like that. It heals everything except the Malachor. But everything.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two! There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now! There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying.
Well, we're not gonna. Don't be stupid.
Finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Okay. Ask about
Are there
side
any nasty
effects.
side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Can you read the subtitles?
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. And in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
To my health, and death to the other!
Okay, give me your clothes. No. Give me your clothes. Heck. Give me your clothes. Okay, that's actually really frustrating that I didn't get any of their clothes. I need their clothes for the merchandise thing. Listen, basically, I'm sorry, I didn't leave those up. Basically, it just talks about, like how it isn't really a cure-all, and that it's for an experiment and stuff, and that he's getting closer or whatever. It's not really that important. Some of them are. There are plague doctor-looking people. Show him the remedy. Oh, it's also just like the ingredients and stuff, I'm pretty sure.
To prove that there is no risk.
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it.
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief.
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, look, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take.
Yeah, it talks about him being here. There's the main character, like this guy that I play as, is like, I don't know. He has moments where I'm like, I don't know why you would do what you've just done, but there are also times where, like, he's very intelligent and knows how to use his power, you know, as a, you know, like royalty and stuff, without like, here's this, without like getting in trouble and stuff.
What are you doing?
It's just really cool.
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Zayn? Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker.
Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice. But it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
See, because that just proves that the potion is capable of causing violent reactions. And just because it took you, like for him, he had to, test it on himself a whole bunch and then reach that point. But that doesn't mean that everybody needs to take it for months or years, because everybody's reacts differently. Which doesn't make any sense.
To oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set up a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
Yeah.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
See, that doesn't make sense either, because he complains about his colleagues doing tests on prisoners with Malachor, right? But he's out here doing tests on innocent people. And although I don't think that you should just use people as tests unwillingly, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it on prisoners. But we're gonna arrest this boy.
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
Sir, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You're under arrest.
How unjust.
He says as he was... I mean, whatever. Go directly. Go directly, go directly, go directly. Sorry.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
He says that every time.
I tracked
like,
down your
same tone, same...
Finally.
It's weird.
Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you hurry.
Governor Buren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tierfredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present for your voyage.
Thank you.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye.
Level 3. Oh, 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 oh. And then destroys armor. Greater loss of balance. we're gonna just let's just alternate. We'll go back and forth between the guns and the blade, as we work our way through it all. Can I carry that? I can. I don't think I could use that. Oh, whoops. Okay. And then we agreed that we were going to double agent for the religious people. Listen, I understand that right now you don't really have a reason, you know, to dislike them. But you will. Because like you said several times, like, we're very in sync with, you know, our choices and our whatevers. I mean, if I just... I have an idea. We're gonna go look for something. We're very, like, in sync as far as, like, what choices we would make and our feelings towards stuff. And so I feel confident in saying that you will dislike them. Okay, fuck it. Oh god, there's so many. Come on. Yes. Heck. I have lockpicking. Level 1. Level 1. It was a weird looking anvil. Lockpicking level 1. Can I just get a key to all these chests? Dude, if this is a key to all the chests, key to Serene Harbor jails. Well, that's not what I wanted at all. I don't care about your jails. Yes! We've acquired not armor, which is exactly what we needed. I think it's just better than some of my other gear as well. I feel a little bit bad for having murdered all these people, but whatever, you know? They were in my way. So this, you know, having this armor, we're gonna run over here. We're gonna say hello.
What can I do
Oh,
for you?
With a relay.
Literally said hello.
Finally! We were the path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
This is, we were asked to put, you know, because Vasco said he would put the cargo on the manifest, and we had to get it into the warehouse. That's what this is.
Captain,
just,
sir,
this has nothing to do with the
orders to
heretics
wait
and
here
stuff,
with the
you know.
merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out, quick.
Hello. I'm supposed to be here. Thank you. Oh. Fuck. I don't... Because I like... that they spawn up there. Earlier when I was like, oh, you know, we can't go through here yet for reasons that I can't talk about. That's because that's where the heretics are. But I guess I gotta talk about it first.
Sir?
Constantine Dos.
Enchanted
Oh,
as well.
I forgot. Sorry.
I hope you enjoy your voyage.
He just introduced
Are you
himself. It's
ready?
not important.
Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
Ask about
Have you seen anyone
heretics.
wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around.
I'm gonna pause and go to the bathroom
Too many
then.
comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouse. May I ask you, why the...
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but you should tell me if we should be discreet or if we should just tell Vasco the truth. Alright.
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Ptolemy has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
No,
Are you the smuggler?
God. Hold on.
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question. If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no Nord. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing Ptolemy. They're trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right?
Vasco says that that he appreciates that we trust him enough to be honest with him. Do we let this guy out? Because we said we were gonna let him out if he helped us. So we need 3 for that, 3, so that's 6, and then 2 for this. I guess so. Let him out. Okay. Whoops. Oh my god, why? Why?
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Okay, and then these people. Okay. That's fine. Just hang on just a little bit longer.
Who is there? May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor! Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please,
just
please,
a little bit long. Just like,
we have committed no crime. We are not heretics.
I mean, genuinely, just like 10,
In that case,
20 minutes.
why is the
tops.
ambassador of Teleme so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's
Pay
true.
attention.
We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias. The one who returned to Teleme after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the Illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
Do we help these people? I think we help these people.
For spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Because, you know, they were just like their job was to just do like research and stuff, and they did, and they found out something, and it goes against Theleme's like teachings, and so Theleme is just like, well, we're gonna have to kill you now, and so I say we help these people.
Did you try speaking with the censors?
All right.
You could forget what you had discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run
Good
and
game.
seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahib, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
I mean, you have, you have time now, and like, I love this game. So I mean, I can do this tomorrow, you know? Because I mean, like, there's genuinely a lot to the game. We're gonna save. We're gonna save just in case this is... I don't know that this is a... Hold on, one second. I don't know that this is... Yeah, okay. First of all, I don't know that... I don't know if this is a charisma check thing, and so I just want to be safe. Secondly, in my first playthrough, which I was nowhere near... I was probably like... At best, I was like a quarter of the way through. I have 9 hours on it, and like there was at least one companion that I hadn't even met yet. So there's a lot.
Lord de Sade.
Would you prefer that I just wait and stream when you're up?
I would like to talk to you about
It doesn't matter to me, so if you'd rather I wait, that's fine.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Mateus, the founder of the mythical Theleme. And it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated, or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
We are willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
And
we owe you our lives.
Sorry.
We are eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new country.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you this. It's not much, but it is all that we possess.
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Oh, okay. I don't care to wait. You know, I've got other stuff I can be doing. And so, I just need you to tell me if you want me to wait or not. I'm just gonna wait. Now we talk to...
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse! How could that possibly have happened?
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them.
Alright, well, you didn't come to me, you know? It's kind of your fault, honestly.
We have nothing else
but whatever.
to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
See,
May the light...
because, see, we got a +1 reputation for Ptolemy. Because we're, you know, they like us, you know, we're friends, you know, we did our best, but they slipped right through our fingers, you know? That's that, you know, I mean, it's quite unfortunate. I wish we could have done, oh my god, what was that? Hold on one second. just a boulder appeared out of the ground and then disappeared. That was really weird. Okay. So tell the captain you're ready. That's later. Okay.
So
we did it all.
Can we weigh anchor? We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
Okay.
Permission to board the ship.
We're almost done, I promise.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Tear Fridin. My isle, my new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
Then they say the place is full of gigantic creatures, as big as buildings.
Kurt, don't be silly.
I heard a rumor the Nords even brought one back in one of their ships.
Ridiculous.
The Nords are strange, but they're not idiots.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't make sense. How would you even get a giant creature like that into a ship? You know what I mean?
The beast is awoken!
Oh.
Conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Apparently a beast the size of a building.
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
I feel kind of bad for it, you know?
Take a step back, sir!
Cut! Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
Yes. Keep my cousin safe, for I shall battle him. Ow, fuck you. I no longer feel bad for it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, guns are super OP in this game. See, like I feel bad for it. The music is really good.
How do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I had the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
Like, I get that, like, for this, you know, type of time period, saying that something is epic is, like, that's, like, a genuine compliment. But it's just so, like, cringy to hear it. No, see, we're done. It's okay. You know, well, you know, I'm gonna walk over here. You know, we'll just end it now.
Gentlemen.
Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely, he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
No, we're almost done.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Wow.
Stations, lads! Weigh anchor and ready her to wear. Lively now, lively!
I can't tell if you're serious about that or not. So, main story stuff or side quests? I'm confused. Oh, okay. Don't be weird about it. I don't know. I don't know how much pollution they could be putting out right now, though. You know what I mean? That might just be like this world. Splash! You're supposed to say land, ho. I might have emphasized those words incorrectly. Oh, look!
What a charming welcoming courtesy. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry. These doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along. Don't trouble the Nords. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest.
And
Why are
must
you
be
not
Lady
watching it
Moreau,
live anymore?
my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are.
To your health.
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence! We must wait for our escort!
No need. Have no fear, for I am here to defend you, my lady.
I've been sullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance
That's okay.
you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service for a while.
Now we got now it's just me and the boys, triple boys, tree boys. So yeah, here we'll just zoom. There we go.
Come closer, good people.
Atoy, sien sradi dao quint. Dada gudach me in.
Attention, soldier.
Let me pass. I must see the chief of your village. Whatever could be so funny.
Now who would you be to seek an audience with the governor?
I am Siora, daughter of Vladimir. My mother is Amal, the chief of our clan. I am here as an emissary of my people, and I must see your chief, your governor.
So you are a princess then?
Sorry.
A what?
Let her pass.
Your Majesty, I shall present you to the governor. Come.
Oh, I hate this part.
Majesty, you are most confusing. But thank you for your help.
This is this really stupid part here, right? Because I just got the boys, but now I can't get rid of the lady. There we go. There's two things I want to do, and it'll take just a couple minutes, and then we'll be done.
There you are, dear cousin. What is this? Who is this amazing person in your company?
I am Siora, daughter of Vladimir, daughter of Meb. My mother is the Mal, the chief of our clan.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, Siora. This is incredible. You look so much alike you could be related. If you would allow me, Princess, I would like to confer a mission to my cousin. You need to visit the governors of the bridge and Telemin, to give them my formal regards, that sort of thing, but also to discover what they've managed to learn. They've been here much longer than we have. Perhaps they've made some inroads to finding a cure for the Malachor.
Forgive me, Mal, but I have a request for you. My people needs your help.
I thought we might discuss matters together at leisure, but please, speak your piece.
The Alliance, the Bridge Alliance and my people are at war. My mother has sent me to you in search of allies. I fear that without your help, our clan will suffer great horrors. We have already lost so many souls.
This seems a sensible request. You know, though, we cannot go to war with our neighbors.
Perhaps there's a way to negotiate a ceasefire. The time to see things more clearly.
Excellent idea. I would be completely lost without you. Go and parley with, the Queen, dear cousin. Try and put an end to confrontations for the time being.
I will come with you. It will take more than one person to convince my mother to lay down our
We're
weapons.
not doing another hour.
Take Kurt along with you and anyone you feel useful. I've been told that the roads are not safe. Safe travels, dear cousin. And watch out for yourself. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
No, she just got the stuff in her hair. Also, so, my character has this, like, black mark. I think it's on the left side of his face. However, you can't see it. Fuck. You can't see it because of his beard. I don't know what it is. But it is very common in the natives of the island. Ciora is a native. And so anytime people talk about me looking like a native, or people confusing me with a native or whatever, that's why.
Thank you for coming. I know that you're very busy.
I am, Big Me.
I need your help.
I'm listening, sir.
This island is vast, and we only know a tiny part of it. As you know, your uncle has asked me to draw maps to facilitate the merchant's travels. Alas, I am slightly too old to be roaming the paths, setting up camps here and there. So I'd appreciate it if, as you travel, you mark the places you deem to be safe on your map.
Very well. I will take care of it, Professor.
Excellent.
Really not that
I
complicated.
knew I could count on you.
Yes, sir.
One more thing. Do you remember that gigantic creature that you defeated in Serene?
Well, look at
Bringing
that.
a specimen to the city was obviously not a good idea. An accident was inevitable. But according to my sources, there are others of them on this island.
They're very
Your uncle
common.
wishes to know more about them.
They are
I know that
common
a
on this
scholar of the
island.
Alliance, Professor Serafedin, has also taken an interest in these creatures. I tried to contact him, but apparently he disappeared during an expedition to study them. Naturally, I cannot ask you to rummage through the entire island looking for him, but if you can find any trace of him, his studies on these giant creatures could be immensely useful.
Very well. If I find anything out, I'll let you know.
The road to knowledge is long and difficult, but this is the price of wisdom, Desade.
Okay. And then go through. And then we This is my accommodation. As a diplomat, an accommodation is available to you in the main cities of the different nations. There you will find a crafting table, a storage chest, and your companions. You can also rest and travel from this place. Woo whoop! And this is the part where we get Vasco back. I mean, unless I keep the... I mean, do I keep the lady on my team? Do I keep Ciora? Or do I replace her with Vasco? Oh, actually, that quest that dude just asked me to do, let's see, side quest, exploration. This is all the camps that need to be set up, and these are not 0 out of 1. These are most of these are multiples, and then this is the notes that are everywhere, actually. Do they have a I don't think the notes have map markers. They need to go for the parlay. If you don't, feel free. Well, we're not gonna do that right now, so I'm gonna just replace her. Whoops. Compose. Remove. Right, there you go. Alright. If you don't mind, I'm gonna end the stream, and then, if you don't mind, I'm gonna come over here and look in this chest, and there's probably gonna be a bunch of money and items and stuff that are super useful. I don't need to, I don't need to show you, the items and stuff, but they're in there, just trust me, there's like so much money in there. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then that's all I'm gonna do, and then we'll do some more tomorrow, or well, later today, I guess. So yeah, all that being said, I'm glad you joined me, and I'll see you, when I see you.